Hey, what's up guys? Look, I wasn't even gonna do this video. I normally don't do reviews on my camera equipment, but when I was looking for one of these microphones, an on-camera batteryless shotgun microphone, my two choices were, I immediately thought about the Rode. Right now, I'm using a shotgun mic. This is my mic. You can't see it, of course, but I'm using the Rode Videomicro. All right, it has a 9-volt battery, and you have to turn it on and off, and it's a pain in my butt because I've done several videos where I've shot an entire video, and I thought it was pretty good, and there's no sound, or either there's a sound from my camera, which is terrible. So I decided to look into these mics because they don't require batteries and they're onboard shotgun mics. You just mount them to the top of your camera. But the reason I decided to do this video is because there's some things I did not see in the other reviews. I watch reviews just like you, and I try to make the best decision possible based off the reviews I've seen. But I'm not gonna do a sound comparison between the two mics. There are like probably 50 to 100 videos on the sound comparison. I'm gonna tell you about my real world experience. So initially I decided to go with the Movo because from all the sound comparisons, this one had just a little bit more bass and it was a little bit louder. And I figured louder is better, right? So I decided to go with this mic. And also it came with the dead cat, the faux Ryco mount, and also an extra cable that allows you to hook this up to your mobile phone and use this as a microphone for your mobile phone as well. And of course it comes with the camera jack too. So, oh, and a bag. So you get a lot of value here for $39. So for $40, you're getting the mic, the mount, the dead cat, the cable that it should come with in the first place, but you get this an additional cable. This is like 15 bucks on Amazon if you go look for one to mount to your cell phone, and you get the bag. Whereas for 60 bucks with the Rode, you get the mic and the mount, then you get the pretty red cable, and then you get a dead cat. So for 60 bucks, 40 bucks, I figure I saved 20 bucks, and this one's louder too. No brainer, right? So I get them both in house. Something said, just go try out the Rode, see how it is. So I do my own little comparisons. And initially, when you're in a studio environment and like this one and everything's quiet, this one picks up a lot of bass, but it also picks up a lot of background noise as well, simply because it's a higher noise floor. It just lets a lot of noise in. Right now, you might be able to hear the guys doing the lawns outside through this microphone. Now, if I had this one plugged up, you'd be able to hear a lot of it because there's a lot of noise that's getting let in by this microphone. With the Rode, it seems as if the noise floor is a little bit lower, and it's not as loud as this one. That's not necessarily a bad thing because when I did my back-to-back comparisons, I enjoyed the sound signature of this one more. Yes, it is a little higher pitch. It doesn't pick up as much bass, but there wasn't as much extra noise coming into my microphone as it was in the Movo. So I thought about that. I was like, okay, well, real world experience. I think this one is just a more pleasant listening experience from the audio standpoint. But also I picked up something else. So I thought this one looked cool, but when you put them both in hand, you can even see this. So as I kind of flop them around, you see how the Rode is much more springy. That's because this is a special ride coat and it prevents a lot of vibrations from being picked up by you handling the microphone or bumping into it, the cable, all kinds of stuff. And this one is super rigid. So, I mean, there's like almost no spring in this thing. Let me see. Yeah, it's so rigid and it almost feels like it will break if you push on it too much. So because this is so rigid, as I was handling the camera, you hear a lot of boom, boom, boom in your sound. And I'm thinking if I'm using this for a run and gun type of on-the-go mic, I'm gonna pick up a lot of that in my sound, not just in test. This is real world stuff here, so I don't want that in my sound. I tried the same test with this one. There was almost no handling sounds in my microphone, and it's because this is so springy. Yes, it's bigger. No, it's not as pretty because it's not red, but it's more functional, and that's what I was going for. So what else here? Now, the dead cat. The dead cat on each of them, they're about the same color, but there is a significant difference. The Rode is significantly larger. This one is smaller, this one is larger. I don't know if that makes a difference, but when it comes to a dead cat and blocking noise from the wind, I think I would rather go with the larger dead cat. It just seems like it would block more wind with the longer hairs. So that was just my personal opinion. I haven't done an experiment with this yet. I'm not even sure if it matters, but I'm just gonna be safe and go with the Rode on this one. So far, Rode is scoring a little bit higher. The only thing that I see the the Movo has over the Rode now is just a $20 price difference. So yes, the Movo gets a point for being cheaper, $20 cheaper, and it also gets another point for coming with this cable that's worth 15 bucks. But I didn't buy it for this, probably won't even use it, I'm not even sure. But on the functionality side, now with this Rycote mount here, man, you don't get, I mean, you get big points for not having handling sounds, camera handling sounds in your audio, and it comes with this bigger dead cat. And the sound in real world situations, you don't pick up as much noise in this one. And I think the functionality versus the cost of this one, I think I'm keeping the Rode. I'm gonna be going to Amazon.com and returning my Movo, because for sound quality, I need functionality and sound quality. And if it costs me an extra 20 bucks on this microphone, then so be it. That was my personal real world experience. Like I said, I'm sorry I didn't do a camera test or audio test for you guys. There's tons of videos out there for that. I'm just telling you what I noticed and why I went with the Rode over the Movo, even though it was $20 more. In this case, I feel like you do get what you pay for. You get this great, Rode is the only company that I know makes a Rycote mount like this that's as springy. Others have tried, but they're just rigid. Look at that. And then as far as the sound quality, louder is not better in this case. I would rather have the lower noise floor and not letting a lot of noise come into my audio. So I'm definitely sticking with the Rode. Look, I'm no audio expert, I'm no video expert, not an expert in much of anything at all. But what I do want is better sound quality. Now, before y'all get out of here, you go in and make sure you tap on that like button, smash on that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all at the next one.